hours. There never seems to be enough of you in the day. What with the meetings and spreadsheets and strategy writing and designing and the email campaigns that absolutely have to successfully land in the customer's inbox, it's all, well, rather exhausting. We get it. We can't create more hours for you, but we can help elevate your emails with Twilio SendGrid. Its intuitive design makes your work flawless. And when you use it as a single platform for all email you send, you curate a far better experience for your customers. You'll never have to sweat over emails not being delivered. They'll land straight in your recipients' inboxes, which means you get better results from the channel that performs best for your business. So, those hours in the day will remain the same, but they'll work harder for you. Elevate your email today with Twilio SendGrid.
Facebook is a place where more than 1 billion people worldwide come to share their thoughts and feelings. Sometimes they post content that's upsetting or insensitive. And some of those things can make people feel unsafe, like bullying, hate speech, or violence. That's why we have global community standards to decide what and who should be removed. To develop them, we included insights from academics, human rights organizations, and everyday Facebook users around the world. Putting these standards into action takes a combination of technology and people power. Our systems catch many things like porn and spam before most people even see them. But we also encourage our community to confidentially report things they think violate our standards. People send us millions of reports like this each week. Automation helps us prioritize the ones that go to our team of human reviewers, who work 24/7 in over 40 languages across the globe. Their job is to carefully review reports against our community standards. After examining the issue with language and cultural context in mind, they make a decision, usually within 24 hours, though matters of urgent safety come first. Through this process, violating posts are removed on an ongoing basis. And we're constantly improving to give you more control over what you see, helping us to make Facebook a more safe and welcoming place for everyone. Find out more at facebook.com/community-standards.
I was with this person for 18 years and then we split up. I had such a broken heart and then I got that little puppy. He was my rock and then she stuck me with all this credit card debt at the time. It was at least 5 or 6 credit cards I had to default on. I was really struggling for a while. My boss was like, "You need to check out Credit Karma, it's free." I'm like, perfect. If it's free, it's for me. When I first checked my credit score, I knew it was going to be low, but I didn't realize how bad it was going to be in the mid-500s. That's when I started reading all the little tips on Credit Karma about what cards to apply for and then how to use your credit limits so that you can build your credit. When I got approved for the first credit card, it was a very good feeling. I was like, holy moly, I hadn't had good credit for so long. I am now actually out looking to buy a home since I finally got approved for a mortgage. Cosmo is now 13 years old. I'm gonna try to pick the best house for the two of us. I hope he's gonna like it.
Hi there, my name is Charles, and I run this supply chain lab. Here, we explore new ways to make supply chain leaders and professionals more successful through the use of AI and blockchain. I can't wait to show you a few of the exciting things we're working on. It doesn't look like these shipments will arrive on time, does it? As you know, an issue like this can impact many parts of our supply chain, such as production or shipments to a customer. That's how it used to be anyway. Today, we use AI to analyze all of the data available to us and receive advanced warnings about possible supply chain disruptions. AI even identifies the right team members needed to respond and learns how issues were resolved so it can recommend solutions in the future. Predicting disruptions as early as possible gives us more time to respond so we can keep the business running as usual and minimize the impact on our customers. Maintaining traceability and transparency across the supply chain can be tricky. Look at this component, for example. It's been on quite a long journey. And every step, required a new exchange of data, creating an extensive paper trail. It can get a bit overwhelming. What if all of this data could be kept in a single and immutable shared record, facilitating trust and communication, updated in real time, and allowing for traceability across the supply chain of relevant information for each participant involved? It might sound like sci-fi, but we've made it a reality through blockchain, and our jobs are easier because of it, giving us more time to focus on growing the business. In the past, if a customer called with an urgent inquiry about a specific order, we'd have only one place to turn to: the IT department. Searching the EDI data could take a while. Doesn't look like this is going to be done anytime soon. Let's come back later. But searching for information doesn't have to be an epic quest. AI understands our business questions, even when we use natural language to ask. It can find all relevant transaction documents and correlate them together to answer the questions without delay. So this way, it's more like a very quick trip. You can see why it's such an exciting time at the Supply Chain Lab. Don't tell anyone, but you've been my favorite visitor so far. Bye!
You could hear the trees hitting the house. It was unbelievably loud. And then seconds later, it was silent. I felt terrified. I was trying to get all of the kids into a safe place.
My husband, being a light sleeper, woke up at 4:30 with a big boom. He ran outside and saw flames shooting out of the top of our house, so he said, "Oh my gosh, our house is on fire, call 911.
I could see through the trees a huge glow. The entire building from one end to the other was on fire. I started this business in the 1980s, and a lot of things that occurred over those 30 plus years were in the building. It was all there, and it was all burning.
We were traveling through Central Florida. All of a sudden, this large bird takes off straight at us.
I didn't really see it until the bird hit the windshield.
That it flew off with the mirror on its head.
And then it was gone, and so was our mirror.
Erie Insurance called up and says, Erie will cover the cost of the mirror. The overnight shipping, next morning, you're on the road.
I immediately called Erie, and we had a crane in our driveway the very next day removing the trees from our property.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, we were able to talk to a person.
Our agent and his wife and their sons were over here helping us.
Anything that we had concerns about were addressed immediately. I felt at that moment like, yeah, everything's being taken care of.
Facilities for the employees are better than they were previously.
There was never a sense they were going to question putting the house back together in a better condition.
It was the best outcome possible.
Throughout this whole process, Erie's #1 priority was to make sure that our family was taken care of. Things may happen again. I don't have to worry. If anything happens, I know it's going to be taken care of. And that's a huge comfort.